Back at Madison Square Garden, and here's the Puerto Rican lightweight champion, Esteban de Jesus. Third ranked among the world's lightweights, de Jesus assuredly will get a title shot if he can win the non-title 10-rounder tonight. Born August 2nd, 1950, the 22-year-old native of Carolinas and Puerto Rico has won all but one of his 30 bouts. The loss, a bitterly disputed decision to Antonio Gomez in Caracas. A ring-wise, intelligent boxer-puncher, he has scored 18 knockouts. Since his loss, he has racked up 14 straight wins, and he's looking for his fourth win in New York. The other side of the ring, the electrifying Roberto Rocky Duran, winner of the lightweight crown from Ken Buchanan in a sensational bout with a wild ending at the Garden last June. Duran is undefeated after 31 bouts. He has scored 27 knockouts, 11 of them in the first round. He's the most exciting fighter to come to New York in years. The title holder, whose crown is not at stake tonight, was born in Guarare, Panama, June 16th, 1951. And now let's go up to ringside to our very good friend, the announcer, Joe Bostic.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the ring at this time, perhaps the cleverest boxer ever to hold the featherweight title, great favorite from Hartford, Connecticut, Will-o'-the-Wisp, Willie Pep, former featherweight champion of the world. And one who contested Willie's right to hold that title, held it himself with great distinction. From right here, the streets, the sidewalks of New York, is Sandy Sadler, former featherweight champion.
Remember those Pep Sadler fights?
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to call your special attention to the next boxing program to be presented here in the fistic capital of the world in Madison Square Garden. As you know, there is a new dimension in boxing these days coming from Southeast Asia. And two of the greatest boxers, the best fighters this part of the world has produced, come from South Korea, and Madison Square Garden has them both for our next boxing show here, Monday, December the 4th. In the first of two 10-rounds event, Hyen Kim, Oriental 126-pound title holder, will meet Irish Walter Seeley of Sayville, Long Island, in a blistering 10-round co-feature. Our headline event for the evening, as it is likewise a co-feature, will bring an unbeaten battler from South Korea. He holds the junior welterweight championship. He has never been beaten as a professional. He's looking for new worlds to conquer in America. His name is Shang Kil Lee, and he'll be boxing one of your favorites, former lightweight champion from Scotland, Ken Buchanan. Great double feature here at the Garden on Monday, December 4th. Now, for the feature event of the evening, 10 rounds. The officials have been assigned by the New York State Athletic Commission, timekeeper Freddie Abiatello, judges Bill Reck and Harold Lederman. Counting for the knockdowns at the bell is Tony Perez. Our third man in the ring at this time is Mr. Arthur McCanty. Mr. Arthur McCanty. And now the principals in this feature event. And remember, another 6-round bout to follow. These are the principals in tonight's feature event. Coming to us from Carolinas, in Puerto Rico at 138 pounds even, wearing blue trunks, white stripe, Esteban de Jesus. Esteban de Jesus. And from Panama City in Panama at 137.5 pounds, he's wearing green trunks, the world's lightweight champion, Roberto Duran. 10 rounds, feature event, a 6-round bout to follow.
Let's get the instructions by the referee, Arthur McCanty. They will have to be translated to the fighters. Neither one of which speaks English.
You both know the rules of the New York State Athletic Commission. I'll be here to enforce these rules, and you must obey them. Is this understood?
Luis Enriquez is interpreting.
3 knockdowns in 1 round will automatically end the contest. I do warn you now, if there are any illegal blows, you will lose the round. Do you understand this? Good luck to both of you. Come out boxing.
It's a 10-round non-title bout. They're wearing 8-ounce gloves. Scoring in New York on a rounds basis with a supplementary point system. If the rounds come out even on an official's card, the referee and 2 judges both vote. Round 1, the mandatory 8 count is in effect. The 3 knockdown rule, as Arthur told us. And the count continues at the bell, except at the last round. If a man is floored at or near the bell, he must get up before the count of 10 or he is considered counted out. The boys are about equal in height at 5'7". Duran is wearing the darker trunks if you're looking in black and white, or the green and white trunks if you're looking in color. Esteban de Jesus, the colored trunks, the blue and the white. Either boy could end this fight with 1 punch. Both have terrific records, and there is Duran down, believe it or not. And he is smiling, grimacing. The champion flat on his pants in round 1. And we have more than 2 minutes to go from that left hook. And that brought them up. For what it's worth, Duran is 5 pounds heavier than when he knocked out Buchanan to win the title. I told you, either one of them could end it with 1 punch, and it was almost to Jesus. Well, that caused a little excitement here at the Garden. Another hard left hook by de Jesus. I think Duran is in trouble, although he's trying to fight his way out of it. About a minute to go in round 1. Now the cobwebs may be clearing in Duran's head. He sure was caught. And he is taking the offensive. Arthur McCanty, a good referee, gets them apart. De Jesus is known as a boxer puncher, and Duran is a puncher all the way. About 10 seconds to go in round 1 here at Madison Square Garden. Round 2 at Madison Square Garden. Seem to have double bell action here tonight. De Jesus, who was very close to winning that bout in round 1, in the blue and white trunks. Duran in the green trunks, or the dark trunks with the white border and the white stripes. Duran came wide open in that first round and took that left hook that dumped him on his pants. He took the mandatory 8 count. Towards the end of the round, Duran was looking all right. As you'll notice, DeJesus has good moves. He's an intelligent boxer. Duran is the puncher, as you saw in his bouts with Benny Huertas, whom he knocked out in 1 round here, and Kenny Buchanan, whom he stopped in 13. DeJesus is scoring heavily with that right hand. He's been leading with it, and so has Duran. Duran will lead with the right very often. And now Duran is taking charge with round 2 about half over. I don't have to say anything. The picture tells the story. It is some fight. The lightweight title is not at stake. Both boys well over the lightweight limit in this non-title bout. DeJesus 138, Duran 137 and a half. A minute to go in this round. Now Duran is swarming all over DeJesus as he did over Buchanan, cutting off his punches. We see that DeJesus likes punching room. Duran won't give it to him if he can help it. DeJesus scored heavily there. In the corner, nobody landed a solid punch. About 10 seconds to go in round 2. We're in the corner of the lightweight champion of the world, Roberto Duran, and now we're moving over to the other side of the ring. In Duran's corner, we have the great American trainer, Ray Arcel, who handled so many of the opponents of the great Joe Louis. His trainer, Nestor Quinones, with his back to us. Freddie Brown, also an American trainer. And Luis Enriquez, his interpreter, whom you heard earlier during the instructions, is on the outside of the ropes. Now, they must be a little bit concerned. But Duran has looked good since the knockdown. Round 3. Boxing finesse out the window. They're throwing haymakers. Duran in the dark trunks, the green trunks with the white border, if you're looking in color. DeJesus has the blue and white trunks. Both boys are working the body as well as the head. Every time Duran gets hurt, he just shakes his head and laughs. So if you see him laugh, he probably got hurt. DeJesus seems to have gone back to the calmness and the boxing he exhibited in round 1. Because a good Duran shot on the chin can make you forget your boxing. De Jesus shortening up on his punches on the inside. A minute to go in round 3. I think it's just as well for Duran that the title is not at stake tonight. He could be a worried warrior at this point. 10 seconds to go in this round. Don Dunphy at ringside, round 4 at Madison Square Garden. Roberto Duran of Panama, the lightweight champion, in the green trunks, the dark trunks at the white stripe. His opponent, Esteban de Jesus, the Puerto Rican lightweight champion. The world title is not at stake in this 10-round bout. De Jesus picking his spots and picking them well. De Jesus is outboxing Duran at the moment, beating him to the punch. I think Duran was shaken again. Beautiful boxing by De Jesus. I guess you can hear the crowd whooping it up. Duran is trying to get De Jesus to slug with him, and he's kind of succeeding at this point. And that could be a mistake. Less than a minute to go in round 4. De Jesus keeps his cool. Ten seconds to go in round 4. Duran was rocked again. There's the bell. Well, we've had 4 hectic rounds of boxing or fighting. Let's see if we can replay part of that last round. You see where De Jesus beat his man to the punch, caught him off balance. De Jesus in the blue and white trunks. And Duran, as you see, was rocked for a moment. But he did not go down. Arthur McCanty looks like he's sprinting to the scene. Round 5, Madison Square Garden, Esteban de Jesus. Probably ahead at this point because of his first round knockdown of Roberto Duran. De Jesus in the blue and white trunks, Duran in the green or dark trunks. Arthur McCanty, the referee, gets them apart. And De Jesus will be warned for hitting on the break. He apologizes. It was a meaningless punch. I hope you didn't miss the first round. It was a sizzler with Duran coming out wide open and being dumped almost immediately by De Jesus' left hook. And at the end of round 4, Duran almost went down again. And Duran nailed his opponent that time. And well. Two minutes to go in round 5 of a 10-rounder. Duran, the lightweight champion, the title not at stake. I say that again. Duran won the title last June from Buchanan and scored 2 one-run knockouts in the interim. He was almost one-rounded himself tonight, but he got up and is still battling. A minute to go in round 5. Neither boy has used the jab to much advantage tonight. Probably because they've been in close most of the time. Duran doesn't seem to have the zip he had in the Buchanan fight. 10 seconds to go in round 5. Don Dunphy at ringside, round 6 at Madison Square Garden. Esteban de Jesus, the Puerto Rican lightweight champion, ranked 3rd among the world's lightweights in the blue and white trunks. Lightweight champion Roberto Duran in the green and white trunks, or the dark trunks if you're looking in black and white. Duran down for the first time in his career in round 1 from a left hook by De Jesus. Arthur McCanty, the referee. It's a bout that's moving fast. A 10-rounder. De Jesus taking charge again. Roberto Duran, who was such a sensation in the Buchanan fight, hasn't got the same crispness tonight. And I'm not going to say merry crispness either. And I'm still wondering about the fact that Duran is 5 pounds heavier than when he fought Buchanan. He was a tiger that night. De Jesus again scoring heavily with less than a minute to go in round 6. minute to go. De Jesus making Duran miss, outscoring him. Duran can still win this fight by a knockout or even possibly by a decision. But at the moment, he's behind as far as my scoring is concerned, and that's unofficial. 10 seconds to go in the round. Looking in at the corner of Esteban de Jesus, his manager Gregorio Benitez. In front of him, had another fighter on the card tonight, his son Gregory Benitez, but he lost in a 6-round close decision bout to Villamar Fernandez of the Dominican Republic. Gregorio hopes to break even on the evening by winning this big bout with his fighter Esteban de Jesus. Round 7 at Madison Square Garden. Duran came out as if he meant to end it quickly. He's in the dark or the green trunks with the white stripes, but he's being belabored with rights and that solid left hook by Esteban de Jesus in the blue and white trunks. De Jesus is fighting a calm, planned fight. And he has got Duran off his game. Duran scored well with that right uppercut to the breastbone. De Jesus' face rarely changes expression in the ring. Duran will smile, growl, scowl, grimace. Arthur McCanty gets them apart again. 2 minutes left in this round. Round 7. That left hook has been a potent weapon for De Jesus to the body and to the chin. Many of Duran's punches have gone wild over the head, and he just sampled 2 more torrid lefts that drove him into the ropes with a minute to go in the round. Kenny Buchanan, the former champion who lost to Duran, is probably watching tonight and maybe learning something. And Buchanan is going to fight in the Garden on December 4th, which Joe Bostic told you about at the start of the fight. A low punch by Duran that time. A very low punch, as a matter of fact. 10 seconds to go in the round. The referee warned Duran. Don Dunphy at ringside as we come out for round 8 of a 10-rounder. lightweight champion Roberto Duran in the green trunks, the dark trunks with the white border and stripe. Esteban de Jesus of Puerto Rico, the Puerto Rican lightweight champion in the blue and white trunks. Roberto Duran has never been beaten. He's been in 31 professional fights, and I would say that winning streak is in danger right now. Real danger. De Jesus exhibiting superb boxing skill, left hooking, shortening the left hook, throwing it long, bringing up right uppercuts, doing everything but jabbing. Duran trying desperately, but maybe never recovering from that first round knockdown. Two minutes to go in round 8 of a 10-rounder. Arthur McCanty talks to Duran. That's a waste of time. He doesn't understand English. Popped the head back by a left hook by De Jesus. Just look at the way De Jesus is picking his spots in there. It's an admirable performance. Because I can say that, and he's liable to go down with the next punch. That's the way Duran can hit. But a lot of the firepower has gone out of Rocky, apparently. 1 minute to go in round 8. De Jesus is forced to hold on. Duran may have hurt him with that punch. Again, De Jesus holds on after being nailed with a good right. De Jesus smartly boxing his way out of this. He was in trouble. This is the first time he's been on the bicycle. Round almost over. Corner of the lightweight champion, Roberto Duran, and Ray Arcel is trying to inspire him, talk to him. Arthur McCanty has gone over to talk to Ray Arcel, who nodded his head. I guess it concerns battling after the bell, but you don't know if the fighters can hear the bell when the action is surging as the way it was after the last round, in which Duran showed the good advantage. Round 9 at Madison Square Garden. Roberto Duran, the lightweight champion, his title is not at stake, in the green trunks with the white border. Esteban de Jesus in the blue and white trunks. Now we saw Duran come back in round 8. Let's see if he can continue it. He hurt de Jesus a couple of times in the last round. It's a 10-round bout. This is the 9th round. Duran, when he surges, is still a little bit wild. Duran dropping his gloves an awful lot now. DeJesus still keeping his up high. Both boys may be tiring from the action. The round is half over. Plenty of firepower left, apparently. And laughing again, or smiling. DeJesus coming back with a minute to go. DeJesus smartly tying up his man, grabbing the elbows and stalling for a little time. Well, that's a pretty good maneuver. There's a crowd of 10,000 here, and they paid $62,000, and they're getting their money's worth. Round almost over. I just want to repeat, as we come up to the 10th and final round, the scoring in New York is on a rounds basis with a supplementary point system if the rounds come out even on an official's card. All three officials, the referee Arthur Mercanti and the judges Bill Recht and Harold Letterman. In the first round, just almost as the bout got underway, DeJesus nailed Duran with a left hook and knocked him down, and for a moment we thought it might be all over. Duran has gotten up, and it's been a fine fight ever since. The lightweight title is not at stake. There's the 10th and final round. The referee, Arthur Mercanti, has them touch gloves. Just to repeat again, the scoring by the two judges and the referee on a rounds basis with a supplementary point system if the rounds come out even on a card. DeJesus had Duran down in the first round with a left hook. The champion, whose title is not at stake, took a mandatory 8 count. I'm repeating this for anyone who may have tuned in late. And it's been one heck of a fight all the way. For most of the journey, DeJesus has outpointed Duran, kept him off balance and beaten him to the punch. But in the last round or two, Duran looks as though he may have hurt DeJesus a couple of times. DeJesus countering beautifully there and beating him to the punch again. 2 minutes to go in the fight, 2 minutes. Mercanti gets them apart over in DeJesus' corner. Duran has never been beaten in 31 professional fights. And he has scored 27 knockouts. That record certainly is in jeopardy. One minute to go in the fight. Again, Mercanti getting them apart. DeJesus doing the holding. almost over now. Only seconds to go. There it is. There's the final bell. Duran obviously disgusted with himself. And the crowd is surging around us here. I'm going to get up on the ring apron. We hope to have an interview with Madison Square Garden's boxing director, Harry Markson, if he can get through the surging crowd here. Just to recap the fight a little bit. De Jesus put Duran down in the first round by a left hook. There were no other knockdowns, although Duran was rocked again in the fourth round. Now we're waiting for Joe Bostic, the fine ring announcer here at Madison Square Garden, to announce the result of the cards of the referee, Arthur McCanty, and the judges, Bill Recht and Harold Letterman. We're waiting for Joe Bostic now.
Ladies
Here
and
it comes.
gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision, Esteban de Jesus.
There you have it. The winner is Esteban de Jesus, scoring a dramatic and sensational victory here in Madison Square Garden, ending the victory streak of Roberto Duran, who had scored 31 victories in a row, and only a few months ago, last June, had won the lightweight championship of the world from Ken Buchanan. Now we're going to show the knockdown in the first round. First round of the fight, the first round. De Jesus, the ultimate winner. There it is, right on the chops. And down went the lightweight champion, Roberto Duran, for the first time. Let's look at it again in slow motion. In slow motion, Duran's first trip to the canvas. See that? It has been a pleasure for Madison Square Garden to bring you tonight's lightweight bout. This is Don Dunphy wishing you good night from Madison Square Garden. Tonight's fight has been brought to you by Schaefer Beer, as another major event in your Schaefer Circle of Sports. Schaefer, the one beer to have when you're having more than one. This has been a presentation of Madison Square Garden Productions through the facilities of Hughes Sports Network.